Hello and Happy New Year, everyone. Ryan here from Interactive Garage, wishing you a happy 2021. I'm coming to you today to talk over our new product announcement for January. So let's just dive right in. What you're going to see a lot here is a ton of new wheels from Fuel across all of our vehicles, from 17-inch to 24-inch. You've got Blitz, Contra, Covert, a ton of different wheels from Fuel. So just so I don't have to go over this with every vehicle, because literally every vehicle we did, we added these new Fuel wheels. So I'm going to just go ahead and take off Fuel as a manufacturer so we don't have to see them every time we go through. But just so you know, thousands of new wheels added on the Fuel line on all the vehicles. So make sure you go look and make sure that all the Fuel wheels that you want are enabled on in your admin. Next is, I can actually do this across the board because we did some major updates on a few key brands for us. So Husky liner, on Husky, what you're going to see is floor mats on the trucks. They have the bed liners on every vehicle. If it has a rear view, you're going to see it in the rear. If it has a front view only, you're just going to see a pop-up, but then there's every image, every part number that is available that matches what we have on Interactive Garage for Husky is in there. So again, I'm going to just go ahead and take Husky out of this, so we don't have to see that every time, but again, go in and make sure that they're enabled as you want them on your program. Another one is Mickey Thompson. So Mickey Thompson, maybe I'll go to a different vehicle here. So Mickey Thompson, we had some new updates from them as far as new part numbers. So from the Baja Boss MT and then the Deegan 38 AT, there are new part numbers for every vehicle, imagery and everything. So again, I'm going to just go ahead and take away Mickey as well, but go ahead and get into your admin and make sure that they have what you want. ARE, the double cover, we did the Fusion on the last update. This time we did the double cover, super cool cover. If you've never seen it, go to ARE and look at that double cover. They are also available through Keystone. So both the Fusion and double cover are shipping through Keystone. A really cool animation that we did to the rear where you can actually see how the double cover works. So again, I'm going to go ahead and remove the double cover off of here. BDS suspension, a bunch of new updates from them, from the Silverado to the brand new Ford F150, which we'll go into, older F-150s, newer Ram 2500 HDs, so a bunch of new stuff from BDS. You can also see we're over here on our Chevy V3, which is our 2019 to current. So rough country, we put a new leveling strut kit on there. Rancho's got a new kit that we put on there, some new, this new step guard from Go Rhino, and then also two new bumpers from Addictive Desert Designs on that vehicle. Oracle lighting, we're going to continue throughout the months to keep updating and putting new products from Oracle on all of our vehicles. So as you see here, we've got some wheel rings, the tailgate light bar, a whole bunch of stuff from Oracle on all the vehicles. On this Ram 1500 V2, which means the 2019 to current, the new one, Superlift came out with a new kit for those. So as you can kind of see, what we're doing is we take any of our existing vendors, we go ahead and put any of the new products that they go and they do a release on. We try to do as quick as we can. Some of the stuff might be 30 days old just because of the way that we do our updates. Some of the stuff is brand new that just hit my inbox the other day. So a bunch from Oracle lighting. Decked introduced a new sliding drawer system for the Ram box, so you're going to see that in there, as well as a new front bumper with winch mount from them. Continuing on, Superlift, again, some more suspension systems for them on some of the newer vehicles. This Ram 2500 is the new 2500 Ram. Warren came out with a bunch of new really cool bumpers for the Ram 2500 as well as the Super Duty. So the new Super Duty from Ford, there's some more Warren products on there. I'm just going to go ahead and take Oracle off because you're just going to continue to see the wheel lights from them as well as everything else. You know, the tailgate, it's all the universal stuff. So the tailgate products and so forth. So where's Oracle here? All right, so let me go back up to the top here. So there's the Warren, some new Go Rhino steps. Again, just filling in some products that we're finding from the manufacturers. So this one here in particular, and I will kind of go into some visuals, but the F250, or I'm sorry, the F150 V2, which is what we call our 2015 to 2020, we actually introduced the Super Crew and the Super Cab. So, you know, like all the vehicles, we always start with the crew cabs, or in Ford's case, the Super Crew, just because that's the most popular vehicle that hits the dealership lots first. And really, it seems to be the most popular vehicle that the manufacturers put the products on, you know, that crew cab, standard bed, or the 6-foot bed. So we fill in when we can. So the F150 from 2015 to 2020 got the Super Cab, new cab configuration on it. Also the Ram 1500, so the 2011 to 2018 Ram 1500, we went from the quad cab on that one only to now the crew cab as well. Kind of went against what I just said, that the crew or the Super Cab, the crew cabs go first. That one we actually did the other way around, other than on the Rebel. So now on both the F-150 and the Ram 1500, you've got both cab configurations, or the 2 cab configurations. As I've said to many of you that have hit me up on emails, and I think on a couple videos that I've done, we won't do the standard cab stuff. Standard cab long bed, standard cab kind of 6-foot bed on any of the vehicles. It's more of a work truck type thing, and it's just not the mass market that we need to go after, especially with the cost that it takes us to do every vehicle. So to go and do a standard cab, you're just not going to see it on Interactive Garage. But we're going to keep going on the different cabs, the different beds, and so forth that we can, or that are most popular. So let me transition back over. So we've got a bunch of new stuff from West End. Again, you're going to see on this F-150 V2, the reason you're going to see a lot of these that look familiar to you is because this is that standard, this is that Super Cab, that, you know, I'll call it the extended cab version, but it is that one. So I'll just kind of buzz through that one here. Everything that has that, the V4 to the V3. So the V4 is actually the brand new one, so I guess I'll jump over to that. That is the 2021 Ford F-150. So we waited a little bit to get this out, only because even though it's showing up or already on the dealership lots, other than a vehicle and putting some wheels and tires on it, which we've never claimed to be a wheel and tire only program, we wanted to wait till at least we got some products for it. So we had some tonneau covers, you know, working with our great vendors, like the whole Truck Hero brand of tonneau covers, that they told us what ones crossed over and then what ones we needed to put new part numbers to. So the crossover ones seemed to be everything on top of the bed. And then the new part number ones are the ones that are, you know, the flush fit type tonneau covers. So you see some from Ford, you've got some ARE. Again, here's that double cover. It's got a cool animation where it kind of shows you that it rolls in, comes out, and then pops up. So again, a really cool cover. I've never seen one in person, but just from doing the animation and everything, this should be a really popular cover. And then obviously universal stuff like storage boxes and then we'll work in the running boards and everything else as we get them. But you can see that, some of our brands like BDS, Zone just came out with it. I'm putting it on there right now, so we don't have anything in the 2-inch. But then, since the bolt pattern was the same, all the wheels and tires that you have on the current on the 2020 F150 did roll over. So there's a ton of wheels and tires on this vehicle. So we'll cruise on past the V4 F150 just because I went over that. You're going to see, again, a bunch of tonneau covers. KMC wheels. So again, we're trying to update as much as we can on the products that we have on all the vehicles. Warren, this is that new Warren bumper on that Super Duty that I was telling you about. We also had 4 new bumpers from Addictive Desert Designs on this vehicle. BDS and Rough Country and Rancho, so the same thing, since the Chevy and the GMC Sierra and the Silverado, for the most part, share the same suspension configuration, other than, let's say, the Trail Boss and the AT4. So you're going to see that again. Bunch of new stuff on the Gladiator from Rugged Ridge. A few new BDS suspension. Weston, we found an image of their cargo rack to put on there. Some Terraflex wheels, so they have that new rash ring on their wheels. So if you go into the 17-inch wheel, you go to Terraflex, you're going to now see their Nomad, that rash ring for it. There's some Superlift products, ADD, some new bumpers, some new fenders. So we'll kind of just keep cruising. Bushwhacker has some trail armor, that fender delete kit. Some new light products, hood scoops from Weston, Rampage, some trail doors, a few things from Mopar that we needed to clean up on, like their new soft top. It seems like they changed their part numbers quite a bit, but so we're trying to update those as much as we can. And then again, you kind of go down this Jeep line and see that there's same thing on the JLs and the JT, some of the front end products like the hood scoop piece, the front doors and all that stuff that kind of cross over. Ranger, again, we keep filling in on vehicles that we know are popular out there, and then once they're released and we get a little bit more coverage from them, we get into those. So I'm going to skip past the Sprinter. I can talk about that in a second. Tacoma, again, some more BDS. Weston, that Overland cargo rack for them, some more Superlift, ADD, again, so what we try to do is, like the brand new Ford F150 that was just released, we're going to keep talking about that vehicle for the next 3 to 4 months, actually probably for the next decade, just because those platforms seem to go for, 5 to 8 to 10 years. But anyway, so you're just going to continue to see us updating that vehicle from, the running boards that they're going to come out with it on, to the grille inserts, front bumpers. As those vehicles get out and the manufacturers have an opportunity to get them and produce product for them, we get the updates for them, we put them on your program. Okay, so the kind of the pink elephant in the room is the Sprinter van. So we did introduce a Sprinter van just on our demo site. That Sprinter van is not available to everybody. We actually had a manufacturer come in and say, we want a Sprinter van. Well, we try to, here at Interactive Garage, we try to focus on the most popular vehicles that are available in US and Canada, and the products available for them that are usually a little bit more readily available, like through our partner at Keystone. But we had a manufacturer come to us and say, we make a lot of products for a Sprinter van, and we want a Sprinter van. So we built one for them, custom, and it's custom and it's unique to them and their products. That vendor name is Owl Vans. So Owl Vans makes a lot of really cool, like, cargo racks, bumpers. They make suspension, rear rack stuff for the rear. From tire carriers to ladder racks to box carriers and stuff. So it is a custom program and a custom vehicle just for them. But if you're an Owl Van authorized dealer, you need to contact Al Van and ask them to get authorized to have that turned on your interactive garage. Again, this vehicle, they paid for it. They paid for the development of it. As I've told in several of these videos, to build any one of these vehicles costs us anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. And knowing that the Sprinter is a very popular vehicle, especially in the RV world, these weekend overlanders are just, they're getting these Sprinters and they're customizing them to the nines, right? I mean, it's crazy what they're doing with these Sprinter vans. They're buying this this empty box and then putting $100,000 worth of bedding and racks and suspension and all this really cool stuff. It's something that we will get into a little bit more now because how much Owl has opened our eyes to it. But at the same time, I couldn't justify doing this vehicle on our own because there's probably less than 50 of you that are true upfitters of these Owl vans. Because for the most part, a lot of these products are not available at Keystone. They're not available at most of the major WDs. You're only getting them directly from these manufacturers. So Owl Vans has this exclusive. You can use this van on Interactive Garage, our main demo site, but I'm going to put the information on the e-blast that goes out. If you're interested in being a distributor or a dealer for Owl Vans, I will put that information on there as far as who to contact. But for now, that Sprinter van, you're not going to find it in your admin to enable because you have to be an Owl Vans authorized dealer to have that product show up or that vehicle show up and their products. So that's the thing for the Sprinter van. Again, what we did is a few other, let's pop over here real quick. A few other updates. So the JL, the 2021 JL had a couple new models. So the high altitude, the Willis and the Willis Sport. So those are now on your Interactive Garage. There's some new colors that come with those, Snazberry and a couple other unique colors that Jeep came out with. And then again, we talked about the Ram 1500 that has the crew and the quad cab. We talked about the 2015 to 2020 F150 that's got the SuperCab and Super Crew. And then we talked about the new Ford F150. So we're going to keep plugging away, and so I'm going to get back to work. And again, Happy New Year to everyone, and here's hoping 2021 is much different than 2020. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.